Good morning. My are back. Here's the plan. Number one, get the Digerator working. Yep, it's offline again. Number two, a lot more concrete hollow block along the perimeter walls. Number three, if the Digerator can work, they will start doing more backfill inside the house. And I think they're going to try and get the top beam done on the pump room. And we'll see what else goes on. Apart from the Digerator, what could possibly go wrong? The Digerator, the temperamental Digerator. No battery this morning, so hopefully it's a fairly easy and fairly quick fix. Trying to charge the battery now, and then we'll see what Manny can get done after that. Today we've got a bit of smoke in the air as the side project of some charcoal creation was commenced on Sunday, so they lit the fires on Sunday. I said in the last video that would potentially take 9 days. I think once again I misunderstood. It should be done in 4 days, but it is rather smoky around here at night. And it's going to be another day of a lot more concrete hollow blocks. It's going to be a day of tamping down, I think, with the Tampanator inside the carport and maybe a little bit inside the house. And then we'll see what else takes place today. So slightly unusually, we're starting with one of the security cows who's been assigned to oversee the charcoal project. So over here we have a smouldering pile of wood. Marlon lit the fires on Sunday morning, and now we'll actually remain on site keeping an eye on things until it's done. I'm not sure it's going to make a difference, but we are on the edge of a typhoon right now. We had some very, very heavy rain briefly on Sunday evening and some pretty high winds, and I guess that may come back to haunt us later on today, tomorrow, not sure yet. But this process now has commenced. Marlon is over here. While he's waiting, he's digging out this rather large tree stump. And this is the consequence of the typhoon, and really we're not seeing much yet, but it's already, the winds are rising. This banana tree is bending to its will. So, back with Donald and Juanito, putting the tie beams in place, ready to, putting the rebar in place, ready to pour the top beam. So these concrete hollow blocks for the pump room are up to height. That's as high as they're going to go. That, and on top of that, the beam will be another 40 centimetres, I am told. But they're getting those rebar in place, ready for the next part of the process of creating that beam. I don't think we've shown this yet, but here is the Tampanator, ready to bounce into action as soon as they're ready for it. So it just basically goes up and down while they push it along, and it compacts the soil. So we'll try and capture a bit of that maybe later today. And here's engineer Raphael hiding his new haircut, inspecting these walls where they're going to be adding more concrete hollow block today, here in the carport. And this is the floor that may get tamped down later on today, and apart from the water that they put on it on Friday evening, Friday afternoon, we got an absolute deluge of rain, quite briefly, but a deluge of rain Friday night. No, sorry, Saturday night. So it's well and truly soaked, and we may get more rain today with this typhoon. We'll see how we go. And the north wall continues to be going higher. They will be adding more concrete hollow block on top of the beam today. We've got 6 guys working on this right now. So we should see, if the weather allows, we should see some good progress here as well. And here's the miscreant, the temperamental Digerator. Well, they've disconnected the charging cables that were being used from the builder's car to get the battery up to speed. So I'm guessing it's ready to go. Well, at least the battery's ready to go. I'm not sure if anything else has failed yet. We'll see. And here on the south wall, we've got 3 in this section. One's just walked away. We do have a slightly smaller crew today. We're back at 20. There's a few absents. So this again will make things a little bit slower, inevitably. But 3 here, and there's a few more the other side of the knackered, broken down building. We'll go and have a look. Maya Abak. So, Coelito on sand sifting duty at the moment. One of 4 working on this section of the south wall. Again, there's one's just wandered off camera to go and get some more material. And looks like they're just basically going to be heading back in that direction with more concrete hollow block. Right, don't get too excited, but right now we have double Ator action. The Digerator is working. The Tampanator is doing his thing. 2 Ators. We're moving on landfill. Well, sorry, backfill. It's not all done manually here. A lot of it is, but a little bit is done using machinery. And over there, Oliver's sticking to the manual, the old school. Irwin's on the Tampanator, and of course, Manny is on the Digerator. Here he comes, another load. So the estimate from the builder is, if, in the unlikely event that the Digerator keeps working, they could do the backfill here in 3 days. We'll see. And this morning, the lorries have been coming in, bringing more dirt. I imagine this is still not even close to being enough to completely backfill the house, but it's got plenty to work with for now. Man on a mission, while he can. And here, we're working on getting this part of the wall up to height. Not sure when this will be finished, but when it is, right down to the road, the plan seems to be that they will then start the wall on the front of the property, on the roadside. So it's a couple of minutes after 3 o'clock, and things have changed a little bit. It started raining during lunch, and it slowly got harder and harder and harder. And around 2 o'clock, Manny called them in, and they took a break as the rain was just getting really too hard to work in. And then about 2:30ish, I think, they basically called an end of the day for most of the crew, except these guys. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Manny, 6 with the engineer, 6 guys are left. Not sure how much longer they're going to keep going today, but they are continuing to try and get backfill done inside the house. The Digerator, remarkably, still works at the moment. The Tampanator's going strong, and manual labour lives.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Maya pa ogtu. Now, who says hard hats don't get used on Philippine construction sites? Everybody, except Manny because he's in the Digerator, everybody is wearing a hard hat because it keeps the rain off, which is obviously what they're designed to do. So it's just gone 4:45. Should be the end of the day. But for these guys, they're carrying on. There's only 6 guys left on site, including Ronwell over in the bunkhouse steel room. The suggestion is they're going to keep going maybe till about 6 p.m. It'll either be then or when the dirt runs out, which may happen at a vaguely similar time. So today was cut short by rain for most of the crew. We didn't get massive development on the walls. In fact, we didn't get massive development really anywhere except in here. We did get a little bit higher and a little bit further on some of the walls, but basically the focus has turned entirely into here now. So we'll call it a day. I'm going to call it a day. Let these guys carry on. And we'll see tomorrow morning how far they got. They definitely don't have enough dirt to do a lot more in here, but still a pile and a bit to go. A pile being roughly a truck's worth. So, that's the end of the day. One last look at Manny and a working Digerator. And a Tampanator that so far has not been at all temperamental. That's just worked perfectly. So, we'll see you tomorrow.